Organizations do not run on autopilot. They have systems in place. They have designed how they want their business to run on a daily basis, day in, day out. And I found this to be something that may be very impactful if we're to adopt it into our own lives as well. And that is organizing your life, designing your own life, and putting in systems in place that will help run your life. Hello and welcome to my channel. In this channel, we discuss things that help us grow, elevate, and build the life we know we're destined for. And if you feel that's you, then please subscribe and hop into the beginning of the most exciting and amazing journey to your elevated self. Now, I woke up. So usually I wake up, I brush my teeth, and I wash my face. I calm, I sit myself, I meditate, or I journal. And as I was journaling, I had this idea that this cannot wait. It needs to go on recording. That is why I'm here on my robe and just recording this, because I thought if I had to start revamping myself, revamping my look just so I can sit and look nice for the camera, it's going to take away the energy that I had as I was thinking of this. And that is, we need to organize our lives. We need to put systems in place so that it helps to run our lives. Why are systems important? Because they will ensure that you do what needs to be done at the time that it needs to be done. You won't have to rely on motivation. You won't have to rely on how you feel at that time. Brian Tracy said, the most important thing is yourself, your pen, and a piece of paper. But I'm not saying have a piece of paper. You need this. Have a journal, okay, where you just write things down. Organize your day. So you may be asking yourself, but how do I organize myself? First, you need to be clear. You need to get crystal clear on what you want. What kind of a life do you want? What kind of a life do you want to be working towards? And as you get clear on that, it's going to build to this question where you ask yourself, how am I going to get there? And by asking yourself that, you are already creating daily routines. And once you can specify what you need to do on a daily basis, you are starting to create habits, and those habits are going to become your routines. And once those are your routines, it's your systems. We all have systems. It's just that you have to be conscious of what system are you putting in place. Not going to the gym is your system. It's how you run your life. You don't move your body, you don't exercise. Drinking water, knowing that each and every day this is the amount of water that I need to take in, and making sure that you have everything that you need to trigger that thought that I have to drink this amount of water. For me, I have a very big water bottle that I always fill up, and it's a constant reminder. By the time it's midday and it's not halfway, I'm like, damn, I need to take in more water. It means I'm falling behind, I'm running behind, I'm falling short. I need to drink water. So it's my system that I have created. You can create system on everything else, building that idea, honing that skill. Every Saturday, you may be somebody who is learning. Recently, I started swimming lessons, so I know that I need to be at my practice on this day at this time. It's a system now that is helping me run my life. At the end of the day, systems are going to ensure that your life runs as it should, and it's going to bring you that satisfaction that you are actually doing what you need to be doing. Get a weekly planner. If you can't do this by yourself, go online, go to Pinterest. Pinterest is a form of magazine, online magazine, because you grew up, I am that old, I grew up looking at magazines, and I feel like Pinterest is that. So plan your day, plan your week, plan your month. As you start organizing your days, your weeks are going to become organized. You're going to save yourself time. You're going to start seeing that actually you do have time. You have time to read. You have time to study. You have time to go to the gym. Why? Because you are no longer relying on motivation. You are no longer on autopilot doing what everyone else is doing, but you are intentional. Being organized will start bringing intentionality in your life. You're not going to do things that are not supposed to be done, because as you go along the day, your week, there will be distractions. But if you've mapped out how you want your day to look like, that is being organized. That is organizing your day. And if you organize your day, you're going to organize your life. Our life simply relies more on our habits, on what we do on a daily basis, than what determines if we are happy, sad, fulfilled, or anything else that has to do with that. organize your days. Get yourself a weekly planner if you have to. As you start organizing your days, your weeks are going to start being organized in your months. And you're going to find that in a month, you've been able to do so much that would have taken you maybe 6 months sometimes. So for myself, I use the 12-week year. In the first quarter of the year, the first 12 weeks, I need to know what is it that I need to do. And these are my goals. I write them down and I ask myself, what do I need to do? And I write it down. And I start doing that. Okay, what can I do daily on a weekly basis? Okay, what do I need to achieve this week that is going to move me towards that goal that I said I want to have smashed in the next 12 weeks? And it helps so much. So I'm not 100% at it, but sometimes you need to know that you don't have to be 100% at something or show up 100%, but if you can give 60, 70, 80, 90% towards it, it will make a whole lot different. So I'm not 100% better at organizing my life and everything else, but I've tried to build systems, and so far it works. So far I am so happy because it has helped me to become intentional about how I spend my days and how I spend my time, what I'm able to say yes and no to, simply because I know that if you come to me and you say, this weekend, can you please do this? Already I have plans for the weekend. Already the plan is in paper. So this is what I need to do. It's easy for me to say, no, I won't be able to. Not unless it's something that is so important that it has to be done. Then I need to go back to my planning or my planner where I'm writing everything that needs to be done, and I'll see how I can tweak it around. Maybe I can move something that I was going to do on a weekend and see if I can try and fit it in during the course of the week. Try it, it works. And before I leave you, I just want to share this with you. I'm a Jim Rohn student. I consume a lot of his work, and he says life doesn't happen by chance, it happens by design. You need to design it. You need to know what you want. You need to start asking yourself, what is it that you need to do to move towards that, and watch how when you start doing what needs to be done, reality tries so hard to catch up with everything that you say you want and everything that you say you need. And also remember not to be rigid. Things may come in a different way, manner that you expected them. God doesn't bless us always how we have expected the blessing to come about. He will give you something else, but if you have a plan, you will still be able to execute your plan. You will still be able to do something that you have been planning to do. It doesn't matter how it comes about, but what's important is you having a clear vision of what is it that you want to do. Thank you so much if you've watched this far. I couldn't wait. I had to come with this today, and I am getting myself in a habit of whenever I have an idea, I act on it. Because when I think that, okay, I'm going to do it when I look this way, that is me falling back into my old habits of being a perfectionist, of thinking that everything needs to be happy, it needs to be perfect in order for things to get done. You just have to do it. Sometimes you just have to do it. You just have to come as you are and just do it. I hope to see you on the next video.